guys, let's talk about it. The Haitian Americans, I mean the Haitians, TPS or something, temporary protection has been repelled. Now they're being deported. Now for man, a couple years, the Mexican undocumented Mexicans are being deported. Nobody really was out there helping them. I talked to some people. I've been down to some of the deportation centers in the Pacific Northwest. I understand. Uh, so I see, understand how they feel, and we're gonna look at some of the things. You can see some of the movements they was having. There was predominantly Mexicans, Hispanics out there uh, going against this deportation act, and ICE, and not a lot of other people out there. You had some small pockets of Europeans fight, and then also fighting for their agendas along with the deportation situation. But for the most part, it was I gotta expose it. It was Hispanics. You know, there weren't a lot of blacks out there. So and I ain't see a lot of Haitians, but that's not my business. But I'm saying now the big thing is now that they've been deported, they're hollering brotherhood and everything with the Mexicans, and some of them undocumented Mexicans, and some Mexicans have a voice saying, "Where was you at when we was going through our when the administration was attacking us in the beginning, and now you feeling it? Now you want to holler brotherhood? We don't hate. We don't got no love. Even in Mexico, they're deporting the Haitians from Mexico." So I understand. I could see from an outside perspective because I'm not Haitian. I'm American, and so I understand. But what do y'all think, chat? What do you think? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Uh, well, how do you feel about that? Do you agree with the Mexican people that the Haitians should take care of their business? Don't try to include Mexicans. If the ones want to help, they can help, but don't try to make it an anthem like we in solidarity. We in solidarity with. Well, I heard some of them with fighting against powers that's against the poor and the downtrodden. But as far as this deportation in the United States, and we went through it, it's your turn. So do not try to or make it seem like we're coming out there in droves to help because we still getting deported. We got to fight our own battle. So everybody's fighting their battles. So fight your battle, you know. So I kind of agree with the few people I spoke to, and I can see how they can have these thoughts. What about you? Leave a comment down. Let's watch this a little bit. This one it was fighting.
Whatever's happening in the environment, you can't really dampen our pride, and that's really what's getting all of us through it. We're building off of that, and we're standing on our pride. Whether it's a negative thing or a positive thing, we're here representing our country and our values and our beliefs.
See,
Tenemos que seguir adelante y pues hoy más que nunca conocer nuestros derechos, saber que todos aquí tenemos derechos, sin importar el estatus migratorio. Entonces hay leyes que nos pueden proteger y que tenemos que aprender nosotros a cuidar nosotros mismos de nuestras personas.
you don't see that many other groups of people, just them.
Whatever's happening in the environment, you can't really dampen our pride, and that's really what's getting all of us through it.
See, this is what I'm trying to say. You got to understand uh, the movement, and I understand how some his Mexicans are feeling like, don't include me in your movement. Now you guys getting what we were getting. Deal with it. You know what I mean? No hate, no shade, but yeah, when we was going through this, deal with it. When they was getting like, I'm just showing you some things. It's real. It's in all over the country, especially in Chicago.
La migra We have only been on the ground in Chicago for a couple of days, but already we have come across two different people, both looking to find their loved ones after they were taken by masked and armed federal agents on the streets here in the Chicago area. This video shows the moment that Maricela, a 53-year-old woman who has been in the United States for 30 years, was taken simply as she was walking to the market to get some groceries. Maricela's 21-year-old daughter Samantha actually came up to us while searching for her mom to see if we knew where she had been taken to.
Don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me.
We can stop if you want. Stop.
Look at this fascist right here.
Yeah, it's real out there. They was fighting.
That's her backpack right there, and that's her
they
sweater. She always wears that sweater, and she looks so scared. Based off her facial expression, she looks ready to cry, and that saddens me because she just wanted to go to the store.
Your mom's been in the U.S. for how long?
She's been here since 1995.
And that wasn't the first time that we ran into people looking for their family. Earlier in the day, we showed up at a bakery literally 20 minutes after this happened.
Mande. Don Mario. Dígame.
What you're watching is two friends, Mario and Daniel, being taken into custody, literally around the corner from where Samantha's mom was taken. They were just grabbing a cup of coffee before work, something we all do, when suddenly these agents pulled up in these unmarked vehicles and they grab them. You can even see a cameraman with them recording this entire thing. And after it all went down, Daniel's cousin came up to us looking for him.
He didn't do anything wrong. They just took him forcefully. They're scaring everybody around now. So I feel like a target too, even though I'm a U.S. citizen. But
You feel like they would even arrest you?
yeah, at this point I do.
We reached out to ICE about both Maricela and Mario and Daniel's arrests, but we haven't.
So we're seeing things that's happening, guys. It's real out here. Let's continue. We're seeing the portion has been going on for a minute, and people. Let's look at this. All Hispanics, mostly Hispanics. They were representing Mexico. Where are all the Haitians? Where are all the blacks? Where are all the whites? It's them. I can understand how they feel. Look at all the Mexican flags. They've been going through it for a long time. Real out here, man. Look at that. I'm just showing you some of those operations so you see Mexican people were fighting for undocumented. Look at all that. Look. It's real. Nobody was with them really. It was mostly them. So I understand. You gotta understand. Now Haitians being TPS being reported, now they want to get in there with this. These crimes, but they still deal with it. Some more. Let's keep going. Let's roll. See, this is the problem when we look at things and we see just what we want to see, and so I understand why the Hispanics saying, "Hey, it's your turn to fight for yours," and no hate, no shade, but it's your turn. We've been fighting. We've been fighting. Look at this. Where are the Haitians? No black. No, it's not our fight. That's for their undocumented citizen community. Let's do one more. Let's do a different one. Let's do in the beginning, back in the day when they was really going at them. We got all kinds, man. It's real. It was rough. Look look at this.
In the service, the mission was clear.
It was going
You knew the
down.
objective and how to get it done. The team was aligned and ready.
It was going down and over there.
As ICE raids promise to intensify here in Chicago and elsewhere, a local community group is looking to lawmakers in Mexico to help protect immigrants. They came together in hopes of taking their community back as immigration raids continue to spread fear.
Especially with the raids where they're kidnapping our people.
Today, the Little Village Community Council, in partnership with other groups, held a community meeting in response to ICE raids. They invited 2 senators from Mexico to be a part of the conversation of how to protect and support Mexican nationals who have been targeted. The organization says ICE agents detain people they've profiled without due process, often subjecting them to inhumane conditions inside detention centers.
This is something that has been aggressively done by this administration to show those that are being detained that this is how we're going to treat you if you come to the United States and you're detained by ICE. We're going to take every right that you have. We're going to almost steal your soul.
Those here say while they plan on further pushing back on the Trump administration's immigration policies, they are asking Mexico's government to help support those who are deported, often landing in a country where they don't speak the language or know anyone.
We want to make sure that they have the support that they need to come back to Mexico and be able to work and place their children in schools and have access to health and have all the benefits that our country provides for them to have a new beginning.
Mexico has started a program called in English, Mexico Hugs You. It's something this man hopes will save his 39-year-old son who has recently been deported. The concerned father says his son was detained after he was stopped by police who discovered a man he was giving a ride to had a gun. This comes as the Trump administration authorized National Guard troops to help support ICE in 20 states with deportation operations, as the president says Chicago and other cities with Democrat mayors are next. Despite today's community meeting, communities like this one are bracing for more raids as they're vowing to fight for their rights.
So, guys, back to it. I'm gonna end this on. You see, what's happening. You see what's happening. It's real out here, and the government is not playing. And these people trying to survive. They ain't got time to be worried about you gotta worry about your own fight. You know what I mean? You gotta worry about your own fight. What that look like. So, what do y'all feel about that? Do you think the Mexicans have the right to feel that way about how they've been going through this for years now, and they have to be treated like this, and then now other people being treated. So I think at the end of this video, I think this was important to see and understand. What's your opinion? Leave a comment down below. We'd like to hear from you. I think this was very necessary to see. All these groups are going through their own with ICE deportation, and so you can't depend on another group when the government, ICE, is federal government agency is just cracking down on all deportations, areas of deportation. So you can't blame like now that your group is on the Haitians, the Nicaraguans, the Venezuelans, the Cubans, all these people on TPS that was on there, all these countries, Afghanistan. You can't now. Oh, we brotherhood now. When they were going through it for years now, for a few years, couple years, and each administration was doing some deportation. Under Biden was doing some deportation, so people was going through some things for years now. And Mexico, because it's so close to America, it was a highlight country because so many people came in and from Mexico, and they was crossing at the Mexican border. So Mexico, the nation of Mexico, had a lot of tension and a lot of magnitude with dealing with deportation and immigration. So this is the biggest, and they have the large population inside America, the USA. So yeah, they got a lot of attention. No one was really, for the most part, none of these groups was really at them back in the day. So now they do have the right to feel. In my summation, they have the right to feel the way they feel, and they're like, man, I'm not hating on you, but now that you got the attention of the administration and they're doing things, don't, hey brother, figure it out. And where we can help, we'll try to help, but we got to deal with our own. So all this brotherhood and stuff you trying to claim now, where was you at? I just showed y'all different videos, different times, mostly Hispanics. In their country, they got people, representatives supporting them, coming back to readjust to the Mexican way of life. So, yeah, I think they did focus on the Mexican experience and through undocumented citizens through the deportation process versus trying to worry about TPS and what the Haitians doing and other groups doing. So, what do y'all think? Leave a comment down below. We'd like to hear from you. For real, this is serious. They getting deported, and now they're trying to advertise we're brotherhood. But when you look in Chicago, California, West Coast, Washington, Oregon, all along, all over the nation, New York, they was deporting Mexicans like, and sending them to other countries. That's amazing. So without further ado, you got to remember that. So I understand the Mexican citizens and how they feel. What is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. I don't think they want to be used and taken advantage of in a negative light.